Hello, I'm Jesse Blenn, originally from Westmoreland, Kansas in the U.S., so I feel I have at least some right to make these facts, this information known. If you're like me, you're very tired of the political sham in the U.S., and we never seem to get good people in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to expose the 2016 presidential candidates. First, I'll do this video for the Democrats, and then I'll do another one for the Republicans. I don't know hardly any of these candidates. In fact, this list I saw on the New York Times list of candidates is the first time I've even seen many of their names. What's a bad candidate? Well, that's kind of hard to say, but I've chosen three main areas that I think are important. Number one is their level of conscience. This might be a little hard to understand for most people, but basically I would say, their level of goodness. Hitler was 34. As you will see, some of our worst presidents have been even into the 50s. The average in the U.S., I think, is about 303. There are lots of good people above 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I've seen over 2,000. Very few people, but there are. A man who came up with this the first time I saw it, and I wish I knew his name, but I don't. He deserves credit. He said above 700 is considered enlightened. Well, if that's true, a lot of us are enlightened, which is good. And this has been going up recently, over the past couple of years especially. So we're going to check the level of development of conscience of these candidates. And we're also going to check IQ. A good leader should be smart. We're going to see the example of George Bush, which is interesting. Now, if you don't believe that I can check IQ, I know you won't believe it, but I'm putting up another video called IQ Test World's Easiest. I recommend you see it to see what I'm talking about when I talk about IQ. Okay? And then another very important is sincerity. This is the ability to not lie. Okay? Sincere people are not liars. Okay? And they also have, if you want to say, a pure intention. They're sincere. They're doing things because that's the way they think that they should be, not for their own personal gain. So that's a very important point. Another point in the last one is net worth. And believe me, I don't know how they calculate this. This information comes from much higher up than me. They may have to go back in time to calculate these things. I don't know what values they're putting on things. I just get the numbers and repeat them. However, they seem to be pretty accurate. So bear with me and we'll see the net worth of these people, the things they don't want you to know. Okay? If you want to know how I got started in all this, I recommend you see my video on Madeleine McCann, Alive and Well, where I give a better introduction of how all this strange stuff started. Okay? And I'll have some comments at the end, but to look at these candidates, I would normally connect to each one of them individually, but I've already done it as a group to save time. Okay? So I have a connection with these people. And we will ask questions about them. Now, I use a pendulum. I started doing this a couple years ago, and it's amazing the information we get. And we'll also see how many other people can do this, because there are many thousands of us. This is to change the world. This is the beginning of the end for the badness on the earth. Okay? Not the beginning. It's already started. There are many others doing work. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going over information here because I have a list of candidates, and I've actually, this is time consuming, so I've actually did most of their numbers before. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the main candidates for each party, and then I'll just give you some numbers for the others. And the Republicans, there's so many candidates, I wasn't going to waste my time doing all of them, but it's interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with some people's favorite. I'm sorry, no, we're not. I'm going down my list. Lincoln Chafee, he was first on the list. I've never heard of Lincoln Chafee. Okay? Now, that's interesting because, as we're going to see, we're going to connect with Lincoln Chafee, Democratic candidate for President of the United States. Okay? I have the connection with him. Okay? When the pendulum stops, I have connection. I'm going to ask his level of conscience. Remember, average is about 303 in the U.S. Lincoln Chafee's level of conscience, level of development of conscience. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390. Okay, I'm going to stop and explain. Here it's going in an oval at 390. When it goes in a perfect circle is the correct answer. When it goes past, it stops. I could stay here probably all day and it would just keep going in these ovals because I haven't reached his level of development of conscience yet, which is fairly high actually. I think I said I was at 390. So we're going to keep on counting up. When it gets to the correct number, it will be spinning in an almost perfect circle. When I go past, it will stop. 390, 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460. I usually have the pendulum down lower, so it's kind of hard for me to hold it up here. 460, 470, 480, 490, 500. It's an almost perfect circle. So I'm going to start counting by ones. 501, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 515, 516, 516, 517. It's losing energy. And it's going to stop. 517. Okay? I knew it was 500 and something. I'm going to look at my paper and see what I got before. Before I got 516. Okay? Pretty close. Okay. His IQ. When I ask a multiple choice question, the pendulum goes side to side. And as I get closer, it starts the same way. It starts going around in circles, okay? 10, 20, 30, Lincoln Chafee's IQ. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, pretty close, 110, 111, 112. It's slowly losing energy, so it's probably 111 and a half. Okay, but we'll call it 111, okay? Okay, 100 is considered normal, 140 is genius. Okay, his level of sincerity, which is very important. 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, pretty sincere guy. 99.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 99.6. I think this barrel keeping going. 99.7, 99.6. Lincoln Chafee, very sincere guy. Not a bad guy at all. Okay, his net worth. As I said, I don't know how they calculate this, but you'll be impressed by the difference in the numbers. His net worth, I'll start at $100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's moving. 7, 8, 900, a million, $1,050,000, $1,100,000, $1,150,000, $1,200,000, $250,000, $300,000, $350,000. I'll give it some time. $1,350,000, $351,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What did I say? $1,359,000, $360,000, $370,000, $380,000, $390,000, $400,000, $1,400,000, $410,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $1,500,000, $1,510,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. It's getting close. $1,550,000, $1,540,000, $1,540,000. Ooh, I went fast. $1,530,000, $1,530,000, $1,531,000. Okay, $1,530,000. Okay. So far, a pretty good guy. Now, next on the list, we have Hillary Rodham Clinton. We'll connect with Hillary Clinton. It helps if I think of their picture. Okay, we have connection. The development of conscience of Hillary Clinton. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 69, 70, 69. I got 70 when I did it before. 69. Not very good. Okay? IQ of Hillary Clinton. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, starting to move, 100, 105, 110, 115, she's pretty smart, 120, 125, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 138, 139, 140, 141, 42, she passed genius, 143, 144, real close, 145, 146, it's going to stop, 145, okay? I got 152 originally, so this, as the pendulum tells me, this is within about 96% accuracy, so that varies. And they may be varying from day to day depending on their mood or something. Okay, real smart lady. Sincerity of Hillary Clinton. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 27% sincere. I'd gotten 24 before. Okay. Not very good. Okay. Her net worth. 100,000. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have to start in millions. 1 million. 2, 3, 4. It's moving a little. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 million. Give it some time here. 29 million. 30 million. 31, 32, 33, 34, real close, 34, 34.1, okay, 34 million dollars. Now we'll continue with, this will be the last one I'm going to do physically to show you. This is Bernie Sanders. Actually, I like Bernie Sanders. Okay, we connect with Bernie Sanders. Okay, his level of development of conscience. 100, 200, way above Clinton. 3, 4, 410, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 510, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 561, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 570, 571, 572, 571. Okay? Let's go with his IQ. IQ. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30. I'm going too fast. Let's see. 100. Let's wait for 100. 105, 110 for Bernie Sanders. 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 127, 28, 29, 130, 31, 132, 133, 132. I'd gotten 129 yesterday. Okay. His sincerity. The sincerity of Bernie Sanders. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. 94% sincere, which is what I got yesterday. Okay? His net worth, 100,000, Bernie Sanders. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1 million, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2 million, 2.1, real close, 2.2, it's going to stop, 2.1 million. I got 2.2 yesterday. Inflation or deflation. Okay. To not take a lot of time, that's the only ones I'm going to show you physically. I went down these other ones, and I'm just going to list them. I tried to put this on Microsoft Movie Maker, where I could actually put documents, pictures of documents there in there, but it wouldn't work. So you'll have to write these down for yourself. Okay. Martin O'Malley. His level of conscience, 336. His IQ, 128. His sincerity, 91%. Not a bad guy. His net worth, only $692,000. Jim Webb, level of conscience, 188. Remember, the average is 303, so if they're below you, chances are you don't want them representing you. And of course, okay. Jim Webb, 188. His IQ, 135. Pretty smart. His sincerity, 59%. And his net worth, $1.96 million. Joe Biden, who I considered a fairly good guy, but his level of conscience is 206. His IQ, 118. His sincerity, 77%, which I'm guessing is average. I haven't checked what the average is. And his net worth, about $1.68 million. On the list on the New York Times was Elizabeth Warren. Even though she's not a Democrat, they put her in there and says not running. This is interesting. These are the people we need. Okay? Elizabeth Warren's level of development of conscience is 965. Okay? Her IQ, 136. Her sincerity, 99.2%. And her net worth, $560,000. That's presidential material to me. Okay? Also, thinking, there's other people left out, and I don't have time to do them all, but I thought of two independents who are Jill Stein of the Green Party, I believe, and who would be better than many of all the past presidents we've had for quite a while, probably. Jill Stein's level of development of conscience is, or was yesterday, 824. Her IQ, 137. And her sincerity, 98.3%. Her net worth, $226,000. Okay? Now, here's another guy who I liked. And this is Gary Johnson. I'm not sure he's running, but there's a big difference politically maybe between Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, but as we can see, they're similar in their sincerity. Gary Johnson, his level of conscience, 896. His IQ, 121. His sincerity, 99.5. And his net worth, $703,000. Okay? So these last three who are not running would be by far the best candidates of the ones we've seen. Okay? All right, now we're going down this, but I think we deserve to know about some of our recent past presidents to have a point of comparison. And so I checked these, and I've done this more than once, and they come out very similar each time. Bill Clinton, his level of conscience, 115. He's the lowest on the list so far, except his wife Hillary, who is 70. Bill is 115. His IQ, 129. His sincerity, 32%. The only person he beats is his wife again. And his net worth, $29.1 million. He has the Clinton Foundation. I'm on their mailing list, and they're always asking me for money. Okay, and here's the zapper of them all, George W. Bush. Level of conscience, 59. Hitler was 34. Okay? Satan was 9. Okay? Bush is 59. The other day was 58, so maybe he's going up. His IQ, this is the real zapper, 94. Do you want somebody below average intelligence running your country? Well, you did it for 8 years, dummies, excuse me, and you allowed it to happen. Shouldn't happen again. Bill Clinton's sincerity, 19%. Again, he takes the cake. Lowest of all, even lower than Hillary at 24. George Bush's net worth, $99 million. Okay? So you can see why people want to become president. You get rich. And this last one I have, there's a stingless bee, I think, trying to land on me here. Okay. Our present presidents, and many of you will probably be surprised by this. Okay? His level of conscience is 829. Yes, Barack Obama's a good guy, if they would just let him be good. He's been controlled terribly. And he is still being controlled. It's time he gets out from under control. His IQ, 124. I would have thought it would have been higher. Barack Obama's sincerity, 85%. And his net worth, $1.97 million. Okay? So that's my list of the candidates here. But I'm going to include, so you might ask, who would I vote for? Well, my favorite is somebody who may not have heard of. He is Andrew Basiago. B-A-S-I-A-G-O. Okay? And we're going to test Andrew Basiago, my favorite candidate. And I recommend you look him up. We're going to test his level of conscience. Now, I wouldn't have anything against having Elizabeth Warren or Jill Stein or Gary Johnson as president. They're all good people. But my favorite here is Andrew Basiago. Okay, let me connect with Andrew Basiago. I'm thinking of his picture. Okay, his level of development of conscience. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, it's moving. 910, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 990, 1,000. I'm going to count by ones now. 1,001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,009, It'll stop with 1010, 1009. Yesterday I got 1007. Okay? Andrew Basiago's intelligence. IQ. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 20, 30, 40, 140. He's beyond genius. 141, 2, 3, 4, 5, 146. It's starting to move. 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, and 156 stops. 155. Yesterday I got 151, but as you see, he beats Hillary Clinton in intelligence and a lot more. Okay, Andrew Basiago's sincerity. If they're not at least 95%, you know, Obama's being controlled. His sincerity would probably be more out of control. Okay. Andrew Basiago's sincerity. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 99.1, 99.2, 99.3. It's minting, but I think with 99.4 it's going to stop. 99.3. Yesterday I got 99.95, so he lost a few tenths of a percent. Maybe he didn't drink his coffee. Okay? Andrew Basiago's net worth. 100,000. It's already moving, so I will go by tens. 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, it's pretty close, 211, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 220, 221, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 227, 228, 229, 230, 31, 232, it's going to stop, 231. Yesterday was 267, so these numbers bounce around. I don't know exchange rate or what. So they're probably the ones with the highest error, but it's so hard. In my case, you know, what value do they put on my land? Do they subtract all my student loan, or do they subtract the interest I'm going to have to pay on it? You know, I don't know. It's hard to calculate. But still, it's definitely within a general range. Okay, so what does all this mean? And what does it mean that I can come out with this stuff? I'm a more or less ordinary guy. Well, I ask how many people on earth can do this? Now, the majority of them don't know yet. But how many people on earth can do what I have done? How many people on earth have the ability to do what I have just done? And it's going to be in the thousands, I know. 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000. It's pretty close. 14,100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 14,800, 14,810, 20, 14,810, 11, 14,811, 812. 14,811 people on the earth can do what I've just done. Not many of us know it, but what are the consequences of this? The consequences are no more lies, no more corruption. You don't know who we are, but we can know what you've done, what you're doing. This is going to change the world, and I would say this is all part of God's plan to change the world. Among these things that are going to change the world is our friends on the Malaysian airline plane that disappeared, which were part of a false flag operation that was planned and were rescued by our brothers from the stars. They're going to be returned alive and well, because they are alive and well. All these things are going to happen, and this is going to be wonderful times. This is, if you want to say, God's kingdom on the earth that's coming. The Jehovah's Witnesses talk about it. They're mixed up in a few things, but the general idea is pretty well what's happening. I doubt that they're on to this is happening to us 15,000, but it's all part of it. I'd invite them to meet with me and go over details and see what we can do to take this good news worldwide. And all you people who've been exposed here, for good and for bad, take it into account. You can't cover up anymore. The game is over. Okay? Let's get a good president in there. Of these three, as we're going to see, the Republicans, forget them. There ain't a good one in there. Not worth electing president. That'll be another video. Of these, actually none of them are Democrats either. Jill Stein, Gary Johnson, or my favorite, Andrew Basiago, would all make good presidents. And I hope that one of them makes it. And I will thank you for watching this, and I'll thank you for making the change that we need, and help Obama to make the changes he needs so we can have, as he promised and hasn't yet delivered, a change we can believe in. Okay? Have a good day.